Hello everybody and welcome back to an introduction to ArcheAge Online, and we are picking up right where we left off with the last video. This time we're going to go into crafting and things like that, gathering resources and showing you how that works in ArcheAge and what you can do with it. So here we are with our Capricia character. We're still hanging out in that little town at the beginning. Now, there are a lot of different crafting schools as well as gathering schools. And, well, I can show you here. I briefly showed you in the last video, but there are 21 different schools related to crafting and gathering stuff. And one of the things that's really neat about ArcheAge that sets it apart from other games is that you can gain a lot of experience just off crafting. You don't have to run around questing or grinding stuff. You could actually level yourself all the way up to max level just by running around doing crafting. And it's pretty amazing in that. This game is very, very good about rewarding players for playing the game the way that they want to play it. So we've got... now, I can't read almost any of these, so it's going to be kind of guesswork, but you've got alchemy, jewel crafting, fishing. This is actually one of the carpentry-related skills. It's mechanics or something. You've also got mining. There's leatherworking. I think this might be crime, actually. I'm not sure. Crime or bartering or something like that. This is construction. This would be your food, maybe cooking, lumber jacking or lumber milling, lumber cutting, cutting down wood and having it. There you go. Metal working for armor specifically. This is stone cutting. This is blacksmithing for weapons. This is... I'm not really sure, actually, what to think of that. I don't think it's farming, but it might be farming. Then there is... oh, I guess this is cooking. There's a couple different cooking skills here. Alright, maybe this is something to do with, like, livestock. Anyway, cooking. More cooking-related stuff here. I haven't tried them, so I'm not sure what specific part of the skills pertain to those. This is botany, so harvesting plants and things. This, I believe, is your like literary stuff, which helps with the learning of languages and such. And then, of course, cloth or tailoring. And this is carpentry straight up. And then music crafting. You can actually make your own music and stuff in the game. I have yet to encounter anyone that does it, but you can. In fact, there's a lot of different customization options you can do. You can put up posters on your wall and then change the look of the posters to be whatever picture you want. You can actually upload pictures. So before anyone gets any weird perverse ideas of building a house and coating the inside of it with porn, let me assure you they do check on things, so you can't just put up any image and expect to not get in trouble if you put up something bad. Anyways, so over here we've got different crafting stations. This is the leather working station. Now that's leather working as opposed to leather armor crafting, which is actually over here. That's leather armor crafting, metal armor crafting, or plate metal, and then cloth armor crafting. So these are specific for making armor. This is specific for making or working with the leather bits. This is the... what? I want to say smelting, but that's not quite right. It's kind of like a tinkering table. The smelter is actually this one right here, and I know they look very, very similar, but this has the little, like, lever sticking out of the front, and this has foraging pans and stuff like that in there. So, tinkering stuff, making, like, fine crafted items. This is the forge, and you can see here you can choose to either use it for blacksmithy stuff or for armor crafting. I just said those in reverse order, but there you go. Including making bombs or cannonballs or whatever. Then over here we have the proper blacksmith station. Or I guess not that one, it's this one. Again, same thing, except for this time you actually have the option of weapons and armor. Or at least armor components. Maybe not. I guess you just can make fishing poles. This is your stoneworking station. And moving on over, this is for the tailors, or cloth working. And then, as I mentioned, here's leather, plate, and cloth armor. This is the ArcheAge station. These are items that you need to get to make better armor and better weaponry. So they have sun ArcheAges, which are usually red in color, and they are for weaponry. Moon ArcheAges, ArcheAge, whatever. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it, to be honest. Archeage, something like that. Anyway, moon ArcheAges are the blue ones. They're for armor. And then there's these green ones, which are star ArcheAges, and I don't know what they're for, to be honest. I haven't encountered them yet. Anyways, this is where you would refine them or combine them and do various things with those so that you can get them in the desired shape that you need to work with them later on. Then here is your potion making station, so alchemy. And what? Oh, that's one of the speed up things. Why is it hidden back here? I have no idea what I just did, but it was cute. Let's see. Random cat and people. Over here is woodworking. Now, there are two stations here. One of these is straight up for, like, refinement. So, for example, we saw all of that lumber that I picked up before, right? I've got 14 logs. If I want to, I can come in here, and it shows, when it's got a number over here, it means you've got everything you need to make that. So I've got 14 logs, and to make them into planks, I need to use 3 of them per set. So I can go ahead and tell this to make as many as I want, or just click on max, and it'll make as many as I can. So I don't really have a reason to keep the logs, so I'll just go ahead and refine these. And here I go. And that was it. Let's see if she does them all this time. There we go. Somehow I accidentally reset it. So. Now notice I am getting experience for this. My XP bar is going up. 17.79, 18.96. So you can imagine if I had a lot of stuff to refine, just doing that will start getting you quite a bit of XP. And then over here we have the actual woodworking station. You can make things like wands or bows. And I mean, bows, good for me. So this bow here requires level 20 and up. You really do need to get to about level 20 before you can actually make yourself any weaponry. And I think the same goes for the armor. So it's pretty much from level 20 and up you can start making yourself useful items in that. That's about it as far as the stations go. So it's really, you're going to do a lot of just wandering around, kind of trying to work out how some of this stuff goes as you play. You're going to end up collecting a lot of resources. You can see here's all the planks that I made. Still have a few logs left over. Not even really sure what that is. I've got a stone and some, I think that's iron ore. All of these goodies from harvesting. So, let's go harvest some more. Ah, I missed this in the last video, but very important. If you see a little, it's not doing it right now. Oh, fine. But earlier you may have noticed there was a little bit of a blue sparkle showing up above this plant. That indicates a quest item that you need to interact with for a quest. So, there's one over there. You see it's got that blue icon. So, somebody wanted me to collect lavender, which is apparently what this is. So, I collect these, and it's for this quest here. And there we go. I'm done with that. And while I'm up here, I might as well finish off these guys. Wow, this bow doesn't do a whole lot of damage. And again, they're level 5. When you're out of combat, you do regenerate. Good to know. Well, I might wait then to deal with them, because that hurt me quite a bit. And we will run around and try to find some more resources here. Oh, I think I just found some. Again, gear icon, you're going to be running around doing this a lot. Just looking for stuff. Yama Ninjin. I think that's carrot. Mountain carrot. So you'll just run around through the hills and stuff. Usually you want to kind of go away from the paths. A lot of things are about how you'd expect. For example, if you want to get iron and things like that, you're probably going to want to head towards the bases of mountains or rock deposits and things like that. Looks like we've got a tree up here. Got my axe icon. Sometimes the physics on these things just like spaz out and the tree just goes flying violently in random directions and things. It's rather amusing. It can push you around, but to my knowledge it can't damage you. Just don't cut down trees while you're standing near a cliff and you'll be alright. But yeah, I'm getting quite a bit of XP off of just chopping down these trees. So we'll just keep looking around here and seeing if we can find anything. Ooh, hello. This looks like vanilla. Actually, hang on a second here. So notice, okay, well I've got a little bit now from foraging that plant we saw earlier. I'm at 25 here. So if I harvest this, oops, now I'm at 29, so I've gained 4 points. And you can see it actually will tell you that right down here. I also picked up 3 vanilla. To my knowledge, yeah, vanilla sells for quite a bit, 11 silver, which is actually more money than I even have right now for those 3 vanilla. So I will more than double the amount of money I have in my inventory right now just by selling those 3 vanilla I picked up. So it can be profitable sometimes to go out and just explore and harvest stuff. You do have to be a bit careful though at times if you try to harvest a plant and it pops up a little warning that says, you know, do you want to continue or not first. That is an indicator that you are picking up a plant that some other player has planted. And if you go ahead and pick that plant anyways, it's technically a crime, and you will get crime points for it. Now also notice this number down here is going down, right? And there's a little gauge for that there. That is your labor force points, and that is something very important to know. Labor points are basically the amount of work that you're able to do in one time. This is actually restoring at a rate of about 5 points per 5 minutes. I don't know why they don't just say 1 point a minute, but it's every 5 minutes it will tick, and it will give you 5 more of those labor points, and that will restore while you are offline. If you run out of labor points, you cannot do any more work. Didn't I just cut this tree down? Maybe? Did it like pop back into place? Okay, whatever. Labor points are affected by every character on your account. Oh, wait a minute. This is a beehive. Is this... Do I actually get anything for doing this? Doesn't look like it. Just run away. Okay. Anyways, what I was saying, the labor points are affected by your character level, your skill level, and not only that of your character, but all characters on your account. Oops. Oh, that's nifty. They just added that feature, too. Apparently double tapping now initiates your run. Now notice this tree's got a timer on it. And as I get closer, you can see I can either cut the tree down or I can harvest. So if I press G instead of F, then I will get acorns. Because apparently this is an acorn tree. Now, note that I can still cut the tree down afterwards. However, because I've already harvested this tree, it does not give me as much wood for cutting it down. So there is a penalty there if I want to just cut it down. Or, notice that it's got that timer on there. That's saying it's got basically 24 hours until it can be harvested again. So if I wanted to, I could just chop it down now and collect some lumber, or I can leave it there, come back in 24 hours and harvest more of the acorns off of it. My choice. I don't own this tree, so I'm just going to chop it down because it's one of the Game World trees anyways. Game World trees kind of just regrow on their own. And you'll see timers on younger trees and things as well, and those timers are for growth. So it's timers that show you how long a tree has before it can be fully grown and either cut down for lumber or harvested. You can actually shovel up younger trees. Well, that fell right on me. But as you can see now, we've hit level 5 entirely off of just mucking around refining resources and foraging. And now I've got extra skill points, and I can choose a secondary class. I'll just look at this real briefly here. These are the recommended classes that you choose. These are other classes that you can choose. So these are supposed to be a little bit better supplementing this class tree. So let's see, we've got the... what is this one? This looks like it's Mission, which is the Rogue. Or... this is the Illusion skill, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and choose the Rogue and just hit OK for that. So now I've got that as my secondary skill. I've also got some skill points. I'm just going to go ahead and grab those and that, because I think I want this stuff, but I'm not altogether sure. Well, maybe... aha! Here we go. This tree here. Notice I run up to it, and it's got a shovel instead of an axe. That is letting me know that this is not a fully grown tree. And it's got the timer on it. Actually, the timer says it's got 1 hour and 42 minutes. So, in 1 hour and 42 minutes, this tree will be fully grown, and I can harvest it for lumber. If I want to, though, right now, I can try to dig it up. Digging it up consumes a bit of labor, and it gives me a chance at getting a sapling out of it. I don't know what affects the chance specifically, but I mean, we'll give it a shot here and see if it works out. And no. So I get a little experience for it, but I didn't get the sapling. So if I had succeeded, you'd see a miniature version of the tree there, and I could just loot that and pick it up. And I could then use that sapling, just like a store-bought sapling, and go plant it in my own place, my own little plot of land, or I could sell it. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's go ahead and harvest this first. Again, right-clicking will do your default action, which is usually chop it down. So you might want to take a look before you do that. Those are actually different acorns. Guy looked a little ticked off. I was cutting down his trees. But you can see I'm already almost a quarter of the way up to the next level, and all I've been doing is running around cutting down trees. So really, the game is very, very good about rewarding you for playing the way that you want to play. It is not hard to level up in this game. If you don't want to go running around grinding and completing the quests, you don't have to. Do whatever you want to do. Play the game you want to play, with the exception of don't run around committing a bunch of crimes, because you may end up on that pirate island faster than you'd think. Alright, now this is a sapling as opposed to a small tree. Saplings take a little bit longer to grow. That's the first growth stage. There's 3 growth stages for trees. There's, well, it's plants in general. You have the sapling stage, then you have the small plant stage, and then you have the full-grown stage. So this is a sapling, and I believe saplings have a slightly higher chance of, like, being dug up. We'll see... nothing. The game just does not want to give me a sapling today. Let's see. Well, there's another plant over here. A lot of trees, not so many actual plants, though. Usually there's quite a few flowers and herbs and things that you can harvest as well. And we'll see if we can find any mines and stuff while we're over here. kind of at the base of a hill here. This might be a good spot to find some iron deposits and things. Also by big clumps of rocks like this. Oh, here we go. We got one. So this is what a mine looks like. If they are different materials, you will see different colors, but usually it's going to be this. And you can get another one that'll pop up underneath it if you're lucky. Oh, like so. And it looks like we got some silver out of that. So we got some iron from the first deposit, and then underneath it, a little bit of a silver deposit popped up. So we were able to get that as well. Those are pretty rare, but that's about all there really is for mining. There are some areas of the world that have a lot of mining deposits. As, you know, for example, this area of the world has a lot of trees you can cut down. So we could just be running around like this for, you know, as long as we want, harvesting stuff up and leveling up from it. Generally, though, it is a good idea to gain resources when you can. Here's a small one here. We'll try our luck again. Dig it up. Aha! So here we go. We got successful. This is a sapling, so we can pick that up, and it goes into our inventory as is. That by itself is worth 10 silver, or I can sell it or plant it. Alright, and that thing over there is level 30, and I don't want to mess with him. Yeah, we'll stay away from him. Anyways, that's going to be it for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.